Hello and welcome to GRIME. We're just gonna get started right off the bat here. So this is I like the term Soulsylvania that I heard recently. That is really good. It came out pretty recently here, I think back in August. I think it's definitely up there for like favorite games I've played this year. So I'm sure you're thinking, what the hell was that? And it'll be maybe not clear in time, but we'll get there. For now though, the important thing is that we are a very well sculpted rock man with a black hole for a head. That's our setup. So in the year of our Lord 2021, 2.5D games finally started looking good. It's kind of crazy. We got our jump, we got our dash. This is what we have for parrying, an appetizer before the coming feast. The ability to absorb enemy attacks and like kill them with that. So killing enemies like this does a couple of things. One, it gives me breath, which is this meter to the left of the health bar, the vertical one. And what that is when it's full, I can cash it in to heal most of the way. The other thing it does is that for however many of these that I absorb, I'm slowly learning about them. Oh, here's the breath thing. So, using breath, healing up. So yeah, like if we look in the bestiary right now, we already have an entry on the frail arm, those little arms you've been reflecting, or absorbing. Awareness spurs a want, and that want may often manifest as a reaching hand. Arms weakly flail at any approaching presence, lethargically. These hardly pose a threat to anything. that mean? Here we are in the Weeping Cavity. Here's what we have for bonfires. Called surrogates. And here we can level up. But we won't yet. Pick some stuff up. We don't have a weapon yet. A lot of this tutorial happens without having a weapon, which is very intentional. Like really teaching you to use the absorb ability as much as you can. There we go, got an unformed finger there. Those are our like usable souls items. Are you gonna attack me? I'm gonna absorb you. So for the crawler there, we have to get absorb 8 of them before we reach the second level of knowing stuff about them. Oops. I really want the frail arm one because that one comes in handy. So it's really teaching you to like learn enemy attacks with the absorb thing and like recognize cues. Jan says, "Get away, you uglies, you..." Gasp. Beautiful. Perfection. Forgive me. For a moment I thought you were one of my misshapen and disgusting brethren. But no, you're not like them at all. Your proportions are sublime. Oh, flawless one, please, let me serve. I can be of use to you, I promise. I will look for anything that can be of use to you. Yes, I'll find you again with a gift worthy of your divine attention. Hee. So this is a world of rocks. Everybody's made of rocks, essentially. Let's read some bestiary entries. The boulder head. Facial features stretched and distorted upon a silent, useless boulder, a formed body and an unformed head. They don't attack so much as stumble forward. The momentum of their head carries them downwards, making it so their fall is not easily interrupted. The crawler, tearing themselves from the ground which birthed them, they eternally fumble in the dark. Those sentient enough to comprehend their predicament spend it cursing their existence. Crawlers come in different variations. Some carry lighter burdens, allowing them more mobility. And the ancient limb. An overgrown arm, the result of breath strangely channeled towards the shaping of a single limb. Fast and out of reach, must be absorbed as it strikes. So it's a little bit of flavor about the enemy, but also some like information about how to go up against them in combat. Yay! Alright, so yeah, once you get 5 of that, what are those? The frail arms. Then you have completed the prey hunt of it. So what that means, we'll go back to the level up screen here, is there's these things called traits, and they're based off of enemies that you fought. Now once you have fought enough of them to unlock them like as traits, then comes in a kind of secondary level up system called hunt points that you get for defeating strong enemies. And this allows me to increase or like get a particular effect. Like this one, you restore 25% of your total stamina on a successful absorb or repel. So even if you don't absorb an enemy, you'll repel them often. with that ability. So having this would just mean that you would get a quarter of your bar back every time you did that successfully, which is super good and we're gonna get, but we don't have a hunt point yet. Oh, I just absorbed both of them at the same time. Jan says, "Gasp! Flawless one. I may have found a gift worthy of you. The glorious Carven used these stick things to more easily crush their disgusting lessers into useful materials. Hee hee." So he just gave us our first weapon, the Maul Axe. It's a still hand uprooted from the ground and turned into a weapon by someone persistent. We got our regular attacks. Got a nice 3-hit combo there. And then the special attack, which turns it into an axe with longer range. We're ultimately not going to use the weapon too much in this first area, just because absorbing things is so good. As you can see. We'll be getting a better weapon later in the tutorial area as well. We're going to be going for a pure strength build. So we just activated a beacon, which allows us to map the area and shows us everything we've already seen. So this game is huge. The map is just enormous. Took me about 15 hours to beat my first time. Yeah, in addition to that, you also have your air attacks and stuff. You cannot absorb red attacks. Come on. Damn it. There. There you go. So that guy was really easy, but he gave us our first hunt point. So once we get to a surrogate, we can cash that in. We just got our first piece of armor as well. Armor in this game is kind of weird. It has stats that just kind of increase core stats by percentages. And then there's also a trait associated with each one, so that when you're wearing the full set, it gives a 30% bonus to that particular trait. Now, that only works if you actually have that trait like equipped and leveled up, and like 30% is, 30% of what you already have in that trait. But for now, this gives us plus 5 HP and plus 10% stamina, so this guy. So your absorb works on projectiles as well. That'll send them right back to the enemy. this guy can get up. Sneak up behind these guys. There's like a zillion secrets in this game. Face me. Alright, we got the prey hunt complete for the boulder heads. Here's some daggers, which we won't be using, but it's fun to show off. There's a decent amount of build variety in this game. My first time through, I really wasn't sure what I was getting into, so I picked kind of a quality build, twin blade. Second time through, I went with a greatsword thing. And then third playthrough, I was doing like a Dex Cestus build, which I like. And I'm doing this concurrently with that. So we're gonna do big, huge strength weapon. Let's put on our prickly pear legs. Oh yeah, the description of these. Or the prickly weeper legs. The skin maker saw the potential in what the cavity's dead ones could have been. Prickly, yet no less beautiful. Perhaps another will recognize it as well. Who knows what that shit means? We will. We'll understand, eventually. As well. Oh, prickly weeper hands. Nice. So we got the full set bonus on this, so we should definitely put a point into frail arm when we get to a surrogate. Ah, fuck. Second prey point already. I would love to get enough breath to heal before continuing. I got this milky eye in the background that follows me. Love that shit. Alright, we can heal. These are upgrade materials, blood metal.